So you see CCNA certification on almost every other IT job listing. The big question is, in 2026, is it still a golden ticket or is it just another expensive piece of paper?
That is the question, isn't it? The short answer is yes, it's absolutely worth it. But what most people miss is that the CCNA of today is a completely different beast than it was a few years ago.
We're looking at the CCNA certification today, which Cisco has positioned as the foundational driver's license for networking. It's been updated to cover everything from IP connectivity to automation, specifically addressing the fact that nearly 90% of companies are facing a massive shortage of IT talent right now.
Exactly. And what's interesting is that it's no longer just the Cisco club. Because Cisco equipment is so ubiquitous, having this on your resume tells an employer you understand the fundamental language of how the entire internet functions, not just one brand. It's the difference between knowing how to use a smartphone and being the person who can rebuild the entire cellular network when it crashes.
Right? So it's the industry standard for getting your foot in the door. But once that door is open, what kind of life and more importantly, what kind of paycheck are we actually talking about?
That's where it gets really interesting.
Let's talk numbers. The average salary for someone with a CCNA is now sitting around $112,000. While entry-level roles start closer to $55,000, the career path scales quickly into specialized areas like cloud engineering or security, where six figures is the norm.
What strikes me is the ROI. You spend maybe $1,500 total on the exam and some study materials, and even a small salary bump of $10,000 means the certification pays for itself in about 8 weeks. It's one of the few high-margin moves left in the job market.
That's a pretty compelling case. Is it really just about having those letters on the resume, though?
Here's the aha moment. The CCNA alone is rarely the ceiling, it's the floor. The real magic happens when you stack it. A CCNA plus a basic security cert makes you twice as employable as someone with just a generic IT degree because you've proven you can handle the specific, high-stakes infrastructure where all the important data lives.
It's clearly a powerful financial lever, but with a nearly 50% fail rate, getting those four letters after your name is easier said than done. How do you actually beat the odds?
By not treating it like a typical exam.
To get certified, you have to pass the 200 to 301 exam, which costs $330 per attempt. It's 120 minutes of high-pressure questions covering 6 domains, with a heavy focus on IP connectivity. Most people fail because they underestimate the time limit or lack hands-on lab experience.
Yeah, the 50% failure rate is a wake-up call. You can't just read a book and pass. You need to be able to configure routing protocols in your sleep because, on the exam, you only have about 60 seconds per question. It's more like a flight simulator than a history test you can memorize.
I see. So, what's the pro tip for someone starting today?
Don't wait until you're ready to take a practice test. Take one when you're only halfway through the material. You will fail it, and that's the point. That failure shows you exactly where your blind spots are before you waste $330 on the real thing. It turns the study process from a guessing game into a targeted strike.
That's a great perspective, failing early to win when it counts. It maps out a clear, albeit challenging, path from zero to a high-demand career.
Absolutely. If I had to boil it down, there are a few key things to remember. First, the demand is real. That 87% talent shortage means companies are desperate for people with these proven skills, which is why the average salary is over $100,000. Second, the exam itself is modern. It's not just about routers anymore. It includes critical topics like automation.
And the financial side is hard to argue with.
Exactly. The payback period is incredible. An investment of about $1,000 can be recouped in less than 2 months from a typical raise. But the most important takeaway is how to pass. Success hinges on practicality over theory. It's all about hands-on lab practice and mastering that 1 minute per question rhythm for the exam.